So I'll tell you what, we got a small group tonight, which is nice. And I'd like to start off with Jean. Jean, how do I pronounce your name? Turn on your mic. There you go.
Sorry.
That's okay. All right. First of all, how do I pronounce your name?
Jean.
Jean, regular Jean, human
Yep.
Jean. Okay. Fantastic. My apologies on butchering that. All right. So talk to me. Tell me one thing in your body that's bugging you that you would like me to work with on.
Me. Well, I don't know if this counts, but it was part of when I saw the healing circle in my email. I'm like, maybe it'll help. I have been having a pity party and I feel like I have a broken heart. And I don't want to feel that way because I feel like, I'm just like concentrating on negative, being sad for myself for good reason.
All right.
And I don't think that helps. And I need help healing my heart again. That's what I.
All right. What I can do is I'll ask a blessing on you and within myself, but I won't work with anything emotional in front of other people. So that's why that has to be a personal appointment. And I love to work with, stuff like that. So if you're interested, but let me ask a blessing on you. You may experience something from this. Okay. All right. Enjoy. One thing that I got when I was working with you is when you're trying to, get to a cause or trying to feel relief within yourself, you sometimes get lost. And that's because you're thinking of too many things at once. Does that make sense?
100%.
So try to focus when your mind drifts, go back to the focus. Say no and go back to the focus. All right.
Okay. Thank you.
Blessings to you. All right.
Thank you.
My pleasure. My pleasure. All right, good. And Diana Atenko, please.
Hi, Mark.
Hi.
Well, I kind of feel like the Bermuda Triangle. I just found out I have to have 2 knee replacements, but actually my back hurts more. My lower back right in the middle. And
Okay.
it's all of those things are preventing me from walking, but I would really like some relief in that back.
I would do everything I can right now to help you, hon.
I trust you.
You're also going to notice right in that, right in the middle and right above the lower back part, it'll like pop a little bit. soon. So, but that's just an effect of more life force flowing through there. And what's going to be important for you
I
is
just got
to,
goosebumps when you said that.
I'm sorry.
I just got goosebumps when you
Oh, yeah.
said that.
And, you know, even with your back, the back is mostly affected by the legs, of course, through the lack of exercise because of your knees being not so, you know, jubilant or whatever, being able to, you know, they're injured. So, which is why you're going for the replacements in there. But that's affecting, the whole body sinks together, and that's what's affecting your back as well. Plus, it's important if maybe you can do some kind of really super gentle exercise to remind your spine, the muscles that extend from your spine, to regenerate a little bit. Does that all make sense, hon?
It does. Thank you, Mark.
Oh, my pleasure. And keep me updated how you're doing, please.
Well.
Everyone, matter of fact, please. I really appreciate that. All right, Lisa, talk to me. Any particular thing you'd like me to work with in your body?
Well,
Name one thing.
name one thing. I have some hearing issues right now. I had some balance issues that were caused by an accident that you've been aware of, and the vision part is coming along, but evidently I have some hearing damage. My acuity is normal or even better than normal, but evidently there's a processing issue where listen, you know, I can mix up words and things like that. So
Like
and,
me?
I hear you. I was told that the accident probably tore some muscles in my ears. I didn't realize our ears had muscles, but my responses are just gone. You know, that help me discriminate. And when I am working in large groups, I literally get dizzy. So
Yeah. And you've had a physical and all like that, and they say anything about your liver or your toes or your heart or your eyes or anything?
well, there's certainly some things going on with the eyes. They're getting better, but there's some improvement there in being able to work on, widening the peripheral on the left eye and working on the low light vision. So,
Okay.
liver wise, I don't know if there's anything that for some reason that plays a chord within me, but I'm not quite sure why. So,
Okay.
just an
And
overhaul works. Thank you very much.
all righty. All right, fantastic. So let me work with you a little bit, hon. I just want to do a couple real quick things here.
Okay.
And they checked your blood pressure and heart and everything like that?
Yes.
Okay, good. That's fine. Did you notice any sensation in your ear? Just curious.
A little bit in my left ear. Yeah, that's where some of the issues are.
Yeah. All right. Let's see if that doesn't stimulate it a little bit. The muscles in there that you were talking about. All right, awesome. Yeah, I didn't bring up the organs. Well, I brought them up not to, uh, just for the purpose of, should I say, of trying to help you think of another organ or sense or something, not for the purpose of those. It was like a trick question.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right,
Okay.
all right. I won't play tricks anymore.
All right. Sounds good.
All right. Ruth, my friend, how you doing?
I'm doing okay. I'm a little busy. I have a client who just went into hospice,
Oh, okay.
and I'm going to be emptying out his apartment. And his sister is in Minneapolis, and she's 80. So he had a couple of strokes, and we're just hoping he passes quickly. But divine order rules. So
Yes. God's
Anyway.
providence. Yes.
indeed. For me, about 2 weeks ago, I hurt my back, but it turns out it wasn't the back. It was actually the large muscle on the left side of the butt.
Oh, my goodness.
It's bicycling. I overdid it. And, we're training for a big trip, and
Sure.
you're supposed to go up in small increments. I've been too busy. I've just gone out on weekends, and you can't go from 35 one weekend to 45 the next weekend. I've learned that. And I
Sure.
should know that because I had the same injury on the other side 2 years ago. So,
All right.
can
So
you help?
I'm sorry.
Can you help?
Let's find out what the old man or woman upstairs does here.
Absolutely.
All right. For me, what my experience was, um, it was real gentle, and it'll work its way in, and you'll, if I'm correct, I don't give any prophecy here or anything, but by tomorrow you'll notice there's a lot of easing in that particular area in the back there.
Yay. That's great. Thank you.
Sure, my
'Cause I-
total pleasure.
I took last week off of work to
Oh,
stay
gosh.
ice
yeah.
5 times a day.
All right. Yeah, thanks for letting me work with you on that.
Thank you. I'm most grateful.
My pleasure. And please, everyone, I want to mention that on my website, there's a tab called gifting. If anyone wants to gift anything from your heart only. And it not only keeps us going, but it also helps me to take care of a couple indigent people, really one indigent person now, and getting groceries or giving money or doing whatever's necessary for that person. And the person that I mostly do it with is schizophrenic, and he's older, and it's very difficult for him to even think about looking for a job. So he's in need. I help him as I can, and when I do. So feel free from your heart if you choose to. And my website is markearlix.com. So other than that, Caroline, how's Steve? Turn on your mic.
Steve is good.
Give him my love.
I will do that.
It's been many, many years.
Yeah. So I was had an appointment a couple of weeks ago, I guess about a week ago, with a woman who is a medium. who's amazing. And she said to me, "Who is Mark?" And you immediately came to mind, and she said, "This is a person that you might want to reach out to right now." And then I saw the thing on my email, and I thought, I think I'll just come tonight.
I love that woman.
I do too.
All right. And anything in particular you'd like me to work with, please feel free.
Yeah, neck, shoulders. Just, I feel like something is just stuck in my neck and shoulders and in my mid back. It's just, I don't know what my body's trying to tell me, but it's just uncomfortable.
Yeah, each one's feeding each one in synchronicity, the neck, shoulders, and back, to the neck and shoulders and back. It keeps doing that. So, and actually, the first thing that I envisioned, you may or may not remember this, there was a strain on your, right below your neck when you were 12 years old. And it really bothered you. It was deep at that time. That's all that I know. So what I'm going to do, regardless of whether you remember or not, doesn't matter. What I'm
I
going to
don't.
do, okay. And it was like a jolt. And that's all I know. So that was the strain. I'm going to work with the consciousness of that and see if that, I'm going to tell it to take a hike, and we'll see what happens. And when I do that, it's almost like there's a consciousness in there, and it just wants to retain. It doesn't know not to. So let's see if this doesn't give you an ease. All right. All right. My perception, putting a story to it, is that it happened at school and it shocked you. And that's what retained that consciousness in there. And you didn't tell anyone, and for a couple of days you had a stiff neck. But later in life, it started to crop up, which is what happens with injury. Most people will retain it. I don't know if all that makes sense. And 5 years, 50 years later, 90 years later, or whatever, it starts to bother us in life and take on its ways, whatever. All right. So I'm wondering if you can move around a little bit and tell me if you notice any difference yet, and turn your head first like that. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good turn. And try the other way. There you go. Do you notice any difference in there yet, hon?
Well, I noticed when you were working with me, I felt like my head could go farther back than it's gone. It felt like it was going to fall off.
Oh, no. I swear, officer, I've never seen her before.
No, no, but it just felt it. Yeah.
All right, good. Now, can you pull your head back a little bit and tell me if you notice a difference?
Yeah, it feels great.
Okay, let's see what more happens. And if not only with you, but anyone here that I work with say injury, um, you may get little tweaks of that injury at times, but don't believe it. Yeah. So, all right, good. Excellent. Blessings, blessings.
Thank
Give
you.
Steve my love, please.
I will do.
All right, great. Aria, hey you.
Hey, you. Hello.
Tell me one thing.
So, yes, sir. Knees.
Is the right one the most?
What are you, psychic? Yes.
Okay, let me work with the right one. And just
Okay.
kind of stretch it out and rest it on the ground.
Okay.
Now stretch it out and bring it back in and stretch it out again. And tell me if you notice any difference there and try kind of twist it around a little bit with your toes. And tell me if you notice a
Yeah.
difference.
It's better. Feels weird and better.
Okay. All right, let's see if this doesn't, develop into more, which I pray it does. So,
Thank you.
oh, blessings to you. Thank you so much, Aria.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, fantastic. And did I already call on you, Jean? Yes. Okay. Do you notice any difference in the way you feel, inside?
I don't know. Perhaps, I don't know.
I tell you what I'd like you to do is close your eyes for a second and keep them closed the entire time. And I want you to, with all your heart, remember the feeling of the heartache that you were telling me. Try to bring back the emotions of that heartache. All right, open up your eyes real quick. Were you able to experience that for a little bit? All right, now close your eyes again. And just keep them closed, not knowing anything that I'm doing or trying to figure it out. All right, open up your eyes real quick and close them again. Go back to the emotion of the heartache. What's it like now? Can you feel it at all? That's because you rock. You got it. Isn't that neat? Try to remember it now. All right, good.
Oh. Thank you.
Oh, my pleasure. My pleasure. Now you got to fill it with something else. Good. Awesome. Lovely. Nini, hey you.
Hi,
Any-
Mark.
Hi, anything in particular, my dear?
Oh, this afternoon I would like to have a request healing for my son. For 5 days, he's been having cough and wheezing and sore throat.
Okay.
Thank you.
Has he been to a doctor?
He did. He went last Saturday.
Okay, good. Yeah, it's important for him to also drink more water. And does he smoke
No, he doesn't.
or vape?
No.
Okay, good, good. I don't know why I got that. It's going to be clear soon. My impression.
Thank you, Mark. And just a blessing for me.
You got it.
Thank you.
You got it.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. All right. And Lisa, I already worked with you, didn't I, Lisa? Yes, okay, I'm sorry. And Diana Disman.
Hi, Mark. Good to talk to you. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you a little in the background. Maybe you need to get closer to your computer.
Okay.
There, I can hear you a little bit louder now.
Okay. My stomach just hurts all the time, and I can't tell if it's from what I'm eating. And so I was taking some antibiotics because I thought I had an infection, like a UTI, but it wasn't that. But she just gave me an antibiotic.
Okay,
And I think that's made it worse. So I don't know what to do about that. It's been
yeah,
going on for several years, seems like.
yeah. You might, I'm not a doctor or medical worker, but you might need more than an antibiotic. For some reason, I don't know why. But in any case, let me work with your belly, okay? All right. Will you please keep me updated, Diana?
Yes.
All right. Did you notice any kind of anything happening there?
It feels better. It's like it quit hurting.
Oh, that's a good sign. That's awesome.
Thank you.
All right. And keep me updated on that though, please.
Okay.
All righty. And Lynn, anything you'd like me to work with?
Yes, please. My leg is, I don't know, psoriasis is getting out of hand. It seems like it's getting worse. What's going on? My ankle is swelling now because of it. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah. Was that a part of that mark that you had on your leg?
From
that
the
you were
spider
telling me?
bite?
Yes.
Yeah, so that's, the spider bite seems to be gone,
Good.
but the psoriasis kicked in.
All right. You know, I heard many years ago that using goat's milk soap, a pure form of goat's milk soap, helps psoriasis. And also there's supposedly some good meds out there people were telling me about. And also needing more sun exposure as well, more light.
Okay,
So all those things, but let me work with it and ask a blessing.
okay, thank you.
All right, please do keep me updated, Lynn.
I will, thank you so much.
All righty. And Michelle, are you there? Are you available there? All right. So, let me see here. Where is Jean? Oh, there's Jean. Okay, how do you feel now, Jean? Awesome. Awesome.
I feel
And
good. It's kind of crazy. But thank you.
sure. And all right, keep me updated. And everyone, please, don't forget, if you're wanting to give something, please feel free. It's the gifting tab on the website, markearlix.com. And if not, that's fine. And if you do, that's fine. So Diane, how you feeling, Diana at Teneco?
You know, the pain, it calmed down. And that's a good feeling because it always feels like a poke in the eye.
Okay.
That's a good sign.
Yeah, we don't like the
Thank you.
poke in the eye.
No,
All right, excellent, excellent. Lisa, do you notice any difference that's maintaining? Turn on your mic. There you go.
I I was just trying to, it's a little tingle in my ear. So.
It wouldn't happen unless you rocked. So,
Don't know about that, but thank you. Bless you.
all right, bless you. Thank you. And looking forward to seeing you at the Arizona appointment. Good. And Ruth, how you doing?
I'm sitting up and I'm not in pain.
Yay.
This is awesome.
God bless you. All right.
Thank you.
All right. Tell me something, Carolyn. How's your neck? Is it as bad or worse or the same or better? Can't hear you.
When it's worst is in the middle of the night. So I will let you know tomorrow.
All righty.
It will be
Yeah.
better.
All right, good. Good. Please do keep me updated. I appreciate that. All right. Aria, how you doing?
It's better. It's better. And I don't care if it was 30 years ago. I have a question from a class that I took with you 30 years ago, okay? Specific to this. I noticed that it hurt a little, like right after you healed it. And at first I was like, oh no, it's hurting. And then it hurt even more. And then now it feels great, like great. So in that class, I think I mentioned that, 30 years ago. And you said, I don't know, but I do know that people get what they think they deserve.
That's true.
Does that sound?
Oh,
is
it's
that-
so right
is that
on.
right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I
God bless that guy who said that.
possibly deserve knee pain.
We think. Get rid of it. Tell it to take a hike. Get out of Dodge.
All right, get out of Dodge. I don't deserve you. I don't deserve you. Okay,
It doesn't deserve you.
it doesn't deserve me. Yeah. All right, thank you.
Awesome. Let's see. Diana, do you notice the difference how you're feeling, Diane Disman?
Yes, it is so much better. It's just not hurting nearly as much.
All right. And remember, if there's little boogaboos that want to come back, just ignore it, walk away.
Okay. I will do that.
All right,
Thank you.
good,
God
good,
bless.
cool. Any questions or comments I can try to answer, please? Please, anything. Yeah,
I do.
please.
Okay, so going along with Aria, so you access the light of God. So what's the best way to do that ourselves? Like, how do you do that?
I think for me, the most important way is finding the path of least resistance. And it's learning how to trust. And when we're trusting, what happens is we find out that from experience, we know and accept, which leads into trust.
Thank you.
My honor, my pleasure. Good question. Good question. So, yeah, that's what we're here to experience. A lot of people talk about reincarnation and, going through experiences in this life or whatever. And it's almost like the great movie, The Groundhog Day. We're always here to get to know ourselves. There is no other rhyme or reason except to get to know ourselves. There's no such thing as fate or destiny. The only one that truly exists of fate or destiny is to get to know ourselves eventually.
When you say that, do you mean the soul?
The soul
Your
carries
soul,
the
your spirit, or?
Yeah, a good question. The soul is always with us. It just always, it's with us. But what the soul is doing, it carries the experience and relates to us at any given moment of what we're here to work with at any given moment of our life. It only knows how to share with us of what we need to finally get over. And that's finding the path of least resistance within ourselves, where we're not derailing ourselves, where we're not sabotaging ourselves, when we're not controlling ourselves, or when we're not controlling for someone to control us. All those things. where the anxieties and worries and fears no longer have an effect upon us. Because then something greater comes forth from us and just wants to love us. It's that seed we have inside, that little tiny cell in the mind of what I refer to as the godliness, the divinity. All it wants to do is share with us. It wants to give. It wants to create for us as one of the, dynamics that happens. That's why it's called the creator. It wants to create for us. It wants to give. So here we are going through our contortions and distortions of life, when most of it is superfluous chatter of just wanting, to belong. And our true belonging is finding that divinity within and getting to know ourselves. That's the true belonging. Wanting to belong is finding that loves us so deeply. That's all it knows to do. And it just wants to share with us and to give to us. How lovely. Good questions. Please, anything else I can try to answer?
Well,
So,
oh, go ahead, sorry.
oh, no, I just wanted to say, so you don't believe in karma, that we have to go through that with other people from
I don't believe in what? I'm sorry.
karma,
Ama?
no, karma.
Oh, karma. Karma in the original context means change. That's the origin of the word in the old books. And so we have an opportunity to change. It's like a transformation, an alchemical transformation happens within us. Modern humanity has taken, you have good karma or bad karma. But in reality, the karma means change in its essence. And so we have this opportunity to see what's in front of us if we have our eyes open and our eye open to see what's real. And the only way we can do that is by standing back and objectively observing any given moment of our life. We have the opportunity to do that at any given moment. And we do exercise that. Everyone here exercises. Everyone always exercises that to some degree, but we can do it more often. And then there's a greater reality that happens within us the more purposefully we are objective and observant in our life. If that makes sense. Please, Jean.
Oh, you know me, my brain is constantly going.
Love it.
So, yeah, and I like that you're saying, we get what we deserve. So I'm making a list of what I think I deserve,
Yeah.
even if I don't really think it.
Well, it doesn't matter because you can put life into whatever you want, because every word, every thought, every action is your living prayer.
Yes.
Literally.
Yep.
And the more we get to observe that as a truth, if we choose to, the greater the empowerment comes into that. Then we get to see manifestations happening in our life and within us. Yeah.
It's true.
It's written that we're created in the image of God. Well, heck, if that's true, I started wondering about that one day, many years ago. And I started contemplating that. And in the contemplation, eventually, it was maybe for me, as slow as I am, a couple months later, I got, if we're creating its image, then a voice inside says, well, if you're creating the image, then you have the ability to recreate in that image. If you're really creating that image of what we're calling God or universe or causal, whatever you want, higher consciousness, creator, nameless one, whatever you want to call it. If you're created in that image, then you have the ability to recreate in that image, because that's what it does in helping us in life. So we can do that too, because we're creating the image. And then I contemplated that for a couple of years, and eventually I got, well, if we're creating the image of God, we therefore have the ability to recreate in that image. And therefore, you are a co-creator. Oh, how cool. That helps me to realize that that divinity, that godliness is alive and well within me and around me. And it's not on some cloud 3 blocks up and 4 to the north. We live with it. And it helps me to discover that in my life. Not all the time, you know. I like to tell bad jokes, and I like to, you know, goof off and do weird things. But when I'm not playing around, you know, I can hear it or see it within me and around me. I live in that divinity. I live with it. There's no separation. Yeah, please, Jean.
Oh, no, I have my pen. I'm just playing with my pen. Sorry.
Cool. Yeah, Ruth.
You know, that's something I've heard a lot, the concept of co-creator. And what's the other one? Forgot, there was something else that you said that rang a bell with me, but that's helped me understand that better, because I've heard that a lot at Unity Church. So you're a co-creator with God. I'm like,
Yes, we are.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's never been a separation. Humankind separates in its
Right.
search for itself. And over the millennium, many of them, you know, we're, you know, at times of evolution, we're looking outside of ourselves for the answers when it's really within ourselves.
Right.
And it's waiting to be rediscovered. It's never left us. As separated as we are in life, it's never left us. Cool.
Thanks.
Awesome discussion we're having here. I love it. Thanks.
I think what you said about the path of least resistance and then leading to the light of God. And
Yes.
it gave me an aha moment, because I feel like for my own self, I'm pretty aware, but where I throw the shadows in, I worry about everyone else. And
I
I'm
hear
thinking,
you.
why do I send them dark shadows? Why don't I send, hey, here's some light? And that would cause less anxiety for me. I mean, I just kind of realized that. You know.
Yeah.
Learn.
It's recognizing that every word, every thought, and every action is our living prayer. So what are we praying for other people? What are we praying for ourselves? Where's the balance? And the balance of recognizing that at times brings earth and heaven together within us. We're born here living in this realm of existence on this little tiny orb in the middle of space or in some corner. And we have an opportunity to discover ourselves. We're the only beings in our particular universe that have the consciousness that we carry. The angelics don't even have it. We're we're the ones that have the angelics to guide and direct and protect us. That's their place for us. We're in charge of them. How often do we think that we can call upon them? You know, we have this great opportunity. They're made for us, or they're present for us, I should say. They're present for us. I just got reprimanded. They're not made for us. But there's this golden opportunity we have within ourselves to recognize ourselves, which is our only purpose of being here in the first place, is to get to know ourselves. There's no other destiny or fate, you know. And when we're getting to know ourselves, that little cell within the mind of that divinity, godliness, out of all the billions and billions and billions of cells, we have this opportunity to implode within ourselves and to recognize these things and to see that what we're saying, what we're thinking, what we're doing is literally a prayer that manifests to whatever degree of power you put into it. But the more you practice it, it becomes an innate nature within you. And it affects not only us, but anyone else involved in our realm of existence, of our atmosphere or friends or situations.
So, Mark, are you saying, I'm hearing you say that the angelics, that their purpose is to serve us?
Yes, to give us
Yeah.
guidance and direction and protection, to lead us into an eventual path in getting to know ourselves.
So
I love that so much.
What's that?
I said, I love that so much.
It's true, you know, in my understanding and experience and teaching and stuff. Yeah, it's true. I've met many of them, many, all different natures. Yeah.
So like when I was talking about heartache and everything, it's like really this world and all of the things I see that I didn't create, I just observe, that break my heart and make it hard to go to the light because it seems like they're in the way.
That's a story, though. That's a story. Personally, in my perception, is that maybe you're seeing all these dynamics happen in your heart, or you were, and then maybe that's the love of God that's touching your heart. That's a different perspective.
Yeah, and if we're created to be like God, then we can throw out the light from us instead of holding the sadness in. We can throw out the light that God created in us, and that makes everything better all around.
It's recognizing ourselves in a moment of freedom, in a moment of clarity. And that's when God moves through us so easily. That's where there's no resistance in that moment. How
Isn't that
long
so
can we
good
maintain
tonight?
that? How long can we maintain that moment? Thank you, Carolyn. How long can we maintain that moment in life, in our life? The idea is to become aware more often of those moments. There's a freedom that comes upon us. Ooh, it's time. All right, I'll leave you with those words. Please don't forget to go to the website. There's a little gifting tab there. And there's also events that are listed. There's workshops coming up. Take advantage of those workshops. There's a 2-hour workshop coming up later in July. And there's a huge elaboration of that 2-hour workshop if anyone wants to sign up for the 4-day workshop. And they're well worth it. Thank you so much, everyone. Blessings to you.
Thank you very much,
Thank you.
Mark. Good night.
You opened a portal tonight.
Take you all.
Have fun, everyone.
Bye-bye
Good
now.
night.
Time.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Yes,